Okay, so let's continue with week 6. Question number 4 says a band director made the stem and leaf plot below to show the number of minutes each member of the brass section practiced over the weekend. What fractional part of the brass section practiced for up to 45 minutes? Now, the stem and leaf plot is basically a way to organize data. And the way that this will work is the first number here is going to represent some number that is not the ones place. So in this case, this would be the tens place. Okay, so essentially, when you look for minutes practice, this is 15, this row here. This row here would represent 2 in the tens place is 20, so 22, 25, and 25. 3 in the tens place, 3 and 0 will be 30, so this would be 2 30s and 38. 4 in the tens place, so it should be 43 and 44. And 5 in the tens place, so 50, 55, and 55. And in fact, in this problem, they even give you the key right here. This key here describes what each of these things mean. All right, so this is the key for line 3 equals 43. Now, with that said, that's not critical to being able to do this problem, being able to write it out, but understanding what the numbers are is critical. So we go back to the question now. It says, what fractional part of the brass section practiced for up to 45 minutes? Now, it says fractional part of the brass section practiced for up to 45 minutes. So when we look at our numbers, and we're going to practice reading the numbers without them being there, you see here 15, 22, 25, 25, 30, 30, 38, 43, 44. These numbers are all up to 45. They're below 45. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers that are up to 45 out of another 10, 11, 12. So 9 out of 12 are practicing brass. 9 out of 12. Now, what fractional part? From there, now that we know the fraction is 9 out of 12, we can very simply reduce the fraction by dividing both by 3. And you end up with 3 over 4. So we would very simply go bubble in 3 over 4. 3 over 4. Now, let's look at some other statistics. And again, we've already answered the question. The answer to number 4 is 3 over 4. But let's look at some other statistical data that we could have pulled from this. They could have asked us for the mean, the median, or the mode. Now, let's start with the mode because that's the easiest one to find. The mode is the number that occurs the most. Mode and most. So when we go back through our data, again, 15, 22, 25, 25, 25 is there twice, 30 is there twice, and 55 is there twice. No other number is there more than twice. So in this case, there are actually 3 modes. So the mode would be 25, because it's there twice, 30, and 55. So mode is very easy. All you do is find the number that occurs the most and write it down. And if there are multiple numbers that occur more frequently than others, so in this case, the most time something occurred was twice. Since there were 3 numbers that occurred twice, I would need to write down all 3 numbers as my mode. The next thing we can look at is the median. The median is also simple because it allows you to use this data right there in front of you. So the median is just going to be the middle. Why does that make sense? Because on a street, the line in the middle, that little pavement in the middle, that is called the median. That is the median because it's in the middle of the road. And normally you'll see some grass, some trees in there, and so that's going to be the median. The median is the middle number. So what would be the middle number for this set of data? Okay, so we asked, what would be the middle number for this set of data? Now, here's how it works. Essentially, all you're going to do is start from the number that is the minimum and the maximum of each, and essentially cross them off. I don't like to cross them off so I can continue to see the number, but I'll underline it. So 15, 55, 22, 55, and it's going from the smallest to the largest. So 30, 43, and now if you notice, if we cross off these two numbers, we'll be done. There is no actual middle number, so there is no clear median. There are two numbers that are in the middle. So in order to find out what the median is, you'd have to find the number that is in between 30 and 38. Now, how do you find the number in between those two numbers? So to find the average, you're going to just add those two numbers, and since there are two numbers, you're going to divide by 2. So 30 plus 38 is 68, which still needs to be divided by 2, and 68 divided by 2 is 34. So our mean is 34 for this set of data. So we've done the mode, we've done the median. I'm sorry, correction. This is not the mean, this is the median. Now, how do you find the mean? That is actually the easiest calculator problem to do, is just adding all the data up and dividing by the amount that there are. So 15 plus 22 plus 25 plus 25 plus 30 plus 30 plus 38 plus 43 plus 44 plus 50 plus 55 plus 55. I don't like how this looks, so I'm going to move it over. So this should all be divided by the amount of data points. And so since there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, as we figured out from before, all this should be divided by 12. So when you add that together, 15 plus 22 plus 25 plus 25 plus 30 plus 30 plus 38 plus 43 plus 44 plus 54, I'm sorry, that's 50. Plus 55 plus 55, you should get 432, and you can check it for yourself in the calculator. And we divide that by 12, 432 divided by 12, we found that our average is 36. So our average is 36. So we now found the mean, median, and mode. And then just for free, the range is also something very easy to find. You're just going to take the maximum and the minimum. So 55 and 15. So 55 minus 15 would be 40. So our range would be 40. So those are a lot of the statistical data that you should be able to figure out with this set of given information.